Okay, so quick update on the two bowls that I rough turned just over a month ago. They've been stored in a bag of shavings on the floor in my basement where it's fairly cool, and neither of the bowls have split. The bark hasn't shifted. They've barely warped at all, and there's no cracks. No cracks, no warps, nothing to speak of anyway. I'm sure that when I put it on the lathe and screw it up that I'll notice there's some warpage, but it's nothing significant. Now, with my moisture meter, when I first turned these they were off the charts, like they were above 35%, and now when I measure them, they're about 15 on the side and about 16 on the bottom. That one's so 16%, that one. This one's a little higher. It's still about 25%, this one on the bottom. And it's about 14 on the side. So this one's a little bit drier, a little bit wetter, I mean. Now what I've been doing yesterday, I took them out of the bag of shavings and I microwaved them a few short bursts, 45 seconds at a time, and I let it cool off 45 seconds, and I'm on high heat 45 seconds, and then let it cool off, and then I've been weighing them, and I've got a list here of some weights. I've got actually 4 more bowls that I roughed out that were wet: box elder and apple. And this one, since yesterday, has lost 20 grams of moisture, and this one's lost 20 grams of moisture as well since yesterday. But they seem like they're drying nicely, so I'm quite happy with them. Now these 4 bowls, I've labelled them A, B and C and D. So these 4 are box elder. These are from the centerpiece of wood from the log that I recently cut with my chainsaw, where I found the lag bolt. Oh wow, look at this. I literally just turned these yesterday, and I've been microwaving them. This one is about 24%. This one is still above 35, still quite moist. But I've been microwaving them. This one's about 25% as well. But I'll put that again in short bursts, 45 seconds, because you don't want to get them so dry they burn. What I did was I put a little bit of mineral oil on these, because I find that it helps prevent cracking. I find replacing the moisture with oil, I think, is a good thing. It helps to prevent cracking, I found. If you just have them wet and then they dry with no substance to replace the moisture, I find they're more prone to cracking than if you add oil. If you add oil, I find it helps prevent cracking, because you're replacing moisture with oil. So maybe that's a tip that can help you guys, or maybe you guys have had similar issues. And this one, actually, apple, does have some cracks in it, but it's more like an inclusion. There was a knot there, and it's a little knotty. But apple, I love apple wood. It's beautiful wood. This one is it's about 15% moisture. So really, it's not going to take much to dry these to where I can finish turn them, because I think about 10%. I think 10% is pretty good. So maybe microwave them a few more times, short bursts, get the moisture out, and these guys will be ready. Okay, so a large part of the fun of this whole hobby, I find, is getting fresh wood, cutting it with your chainsaw, even when you run into lag bolts and things, and then cutting the bowl blanks, and then roughing out the bowls, and then drying them. So these are some of the ones I have right now. Now I have a couple of spindle blanks, which are birch. Now these are from a close friend of the family's. Now I'm going to be turning probably a couple of goblets out of this with captured rings. That's my plan with those. And I've got this apple one, which is now reading zero. It's now reading 0 on the moisture meter. So this one is ready, and it's hardly warped at all. This was fairly dry actually when I roughed it out. It wasn't completely wet, but these ones were spraying water at me. These ones were off the charts, as I said before, and the last few days I've been giving them some short bursts in the microwave of 45 seconds. I have a microwave in the corner of my workshop on the bench, and not to the point of burning, but they get hot and then they evaporate moisture, and then they weigh less, and then as you keep checking them with the moisture meter, they lose weight and they lose moisture. And I've been lucky, they haven't cracked at all. And I didn't even end seal these. All I did was I put a little bit of mineral oil on them as I saw areas that were getting dry. So I didn't even put any kind of an end seal on this. Now there are some lateral cracks in this, but I think that was partly due to the lag bolt. There was rust and some damage in the wood from that lag bolt. That was there when I first cut the wood. So from drying it hasn't cracked. So I'm going to put these aside for now, and today I'm going to be turning a captured ring goblet. So I just want to put this little video together to show my little bit of my process of the roughing out bowls. Anyways, thanks for watching, and my next video will be a birch ring, captured ring goblet out of this piece of wood right here, I think. Maybe that one of these two. Okay, take care, thanks for watching, bye for now.